And we are live. Good evening. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to tonight's episode 15, can you believe it, of the Master Reseller. Welcome to the Master Reseller, who looks a bit like Cousin It going to a party. And welcome to you lot in the chat. So let me say some hellos in the chat very quickly. This bit takes ages. It's lovely that you all turn up, but trying to get your names in takes forever. Let's say hello to Craig was first in, Craig the Monocle, Jason Entwistle, Karin's there, Laney's there. Laney, I got my top on. Look. Kay Gilson, Marilyn's, Aids there. He says, blimey, has there been 15 episodes already? Indeed, there has. Welsh Wonder, Nia. They just had a lovely little chat before we got here, apparently. There was 5. Rebecca Harris, Gem, blah, 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 blah. Deb Hughes, Daryl the Sweat Mopper. That is such a cracking name. Joan Morris. Scrolly. Wait, I'll go off of my hand. Gem says, is it going to be Lex? It's always Lex every week. Laurel D. God, did you not just natter amongst yourselves? Laura Eccleston Siebel. Indy's in. Hi, Indy. Hi, Louise. Indy's not called Lou. She's called Louise. I'm trying to train myself not to shorten her name. Chris Tyler. Dawn Cherie Paul. Have I missed anyone? I hope I was gone off in my hand. I knew it'd go off in my hand sooner or later. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Granny Kate Fandria. And blah, 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 blah. Nat Resells. I think I've got you all. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Mastery. So, Fat Girl Sowen and the other Heather. Welcome to tonight's Mastery Seller. Are you dancing under there, Mastery Seller? Have you got music on? Oh, and good evening, Sue Bad Wolf. Okay, Monocle says, nice mandala. It is lush, isn't it? I was just commenting on that. Okay, so if you haven't joined us for Mastery Seller before, what happens is under there is a reseller. And if you Heather the Treasure Pirates and hi Heather, and you guys need to ask yes or no questions, the Mastery Seller has got a yes and a no card. And if you need to ask yes and no questions to establish their identity. As soon as you've done that, we can release them from captivity and have a lovely chat. Hi, Bumblebee, Catherine McConnell, and Rebecca Turner, who says, sorry, I'm late. Oh, and Saz guest. Hi, all of you. So, any questions for the Mastery Seller? Let's get started and get them out from under there before they start melting, although it's not as warm as it was. James Martin said it's Steve Green, isn't it? It could be Steve Green. It does look like a big beard under there, so it could easily be Steve Green. Sam Reselling Polly's there. I don't think I've missed anyone, but I have. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Joan says my top goes with the Mastery Seller's cape. This top was sent to me by Lainey, isn't it nice? It fits. It's a little bit snug on the tum, but everything is at the moment. You know, lockdown weight and all that. Joan Morris in with the first question says, are you a lady? Are you a lady, Mastery Seller? Yes. Okay, so that's a female personnel under there. Good evening, Annie Sparkles and Claire James. Sam says, are you a YouTuber? Yes. Okay, YouTuber. Saskia says, do you normally wear a baseball cap? So that's a sometimes. That was a kind of a shrugging. No. Only when Robin Banks. Okay. Somebody said, do you live in the north? But it's Scotland. Gem says, do you live in the north? We keep talking about the north. Everywhere's north of somewhere, as Doctor Who would tell you. Do you live in the north? Yes. Okay. See, I don't think you do, but I suppose you do live north of me. The Monocle says, is the hat a ploy? Yes. Okay. Lex says, is it me? Are you Lex? Maybe not. No, not Lex. Okay. James Martin says, do you have a long beard? No. Okay. Oh God, it's scrolled off. Bear with. Scrolling back. Here's the hat ploy. Do you have a long beard? Sam says, do you live in the UK? Yes. Good evening, Mike and Claire. Bad Wolf says, do you have pets? Yes. Excellent. All the best people do. Catherine says, hi, Daryl the Sweat Monster. She's renamed you, Daryl. I like that better. Jason says, do you do car boot videos? No. Okay. Hi, Claire Wiley. Steve says the pattern makes him think it might be Heather. Joan Morris says, do you wear glasses? Nope. Claire James says, does she love to organise? It's scrolled off again. Let's go back. Karen says, do you live on Nottingham? Nottingham's not an island, Karen. It's a place. It's, you know, you live in it, not on it. But do you? Yes. Okay. So we've got a Nottingham-based reseller. Rebecca Turner says, do you have red hair? Yes. Joan Morris says, have you got shirt hair? I think it's meant to be short. I think that's a typo. Lisa Marshall says, do you like video games? No to the short hair, by the way. Do you like video games? Yes. Oh, I didn't know that. There we go. Karen says, do you have a dog? Chris Tyler says, have you been to a car boot in the last couple of weeks? Yes. Darryl says, have you got a short beard? Darryl's literally just going through beard lengths now. Yes, a short beard. Heather the Treasure Pirate says, are you a brunette? No. Indy says, do you live in Wales? The other Heather wants to know if you sell jewellery. Yes. And doesn't everybody? Don't we all these days? Saskia says, are you on Insta? Yes. Jem says, do you have children? Yes. Okay. I think we've got some guesses coming in. It's gone off in my hand. Bear with. Joan Morris said, had you got a weekly YouTube slot? I'm sorry if I've missed any questions, by the way. That just shot off a bit. I'm scrolling down because I can see, I think Marilyn's was the first one to say, is it Kelly? No. Yes. No. God, for a moment there, I was like, isn't it? I thought it was. Sweaty Kelly. Remember to unmute, Sweaty Kel. Remember to unmute.
It says, oh. Thank God they got that fairly quick.
Why are you sweating under there? It is Kelly. Well done to Marilyn's. Loads of people got it, but I think Marilyn's was the first one to type it in there. So well done. Shell said, oh, it's Kelly. Heather said, oh, we know. The other Heather said, are you Becca? So she wasn't watching a couple of weeks ago when it was Becca. Bumblebee was asking if you have a beautiful baby. I wonder who she thought you were.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, you have got a beautiful baby. Winnie's a beautiful baby, but I don't think that's quite what she meant. It is Kelly. Marilyn said she recognised your background. Marilyn's, when have you been in Kelly's bedroom?
Shh.
It's going to be one of those programs, isn't it, when we find out? Yeah, Sue says Nottingham gave it away. So yeah. Craig's eyeing up your mandala. I think he'll be round to get that later.
£2 off car boot.
£2 off car boot. All the best stuff is, isn't it? All the best stuff comes from the car boot sale. Saskia says, when it was Becca, I thought it was Kelly. So there you go. She just swapped around.
Yeah.
Oh, Bumblebee thought you were Pound Girl Cheryl. That's why she said, have you got a beautiful baby? If you're Cheryl.
All right. Okay.
Not quite northern enough. See, I think of Nottingham as being Midlands.
Yeah, Midlands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Barry called me Northern, so I'll go for Northern.
But where's Barry from?
He's from Watford.
Well, see, that's London, and they think everywhere is the north. Everywhere, yeah. I mean, the bits that they even remember exist. They don't think anything exists outside the M25 anyway. But Darryl says he recognised your background too. You've had a few.
I don't know how, because I've never filmed in here before. Not from this angle. Oh, well, that don't sound right. Not from this angle anyway.
Oh, God. And if you'd like to go to Kelly's other channel, that's at pornhub.com. Maybe you showed the mandala off in a video at some point.
I don't think so.
Because people are definitely saying they recognised it.
Huh.
Maybe Barry's been filming in the bedroom.
Ah, possibly.
Have you checked out in case Barry's got a YouTube channel? Oh, Saskia says your hair is so long it looks great.
Thank you.
It is getting really, really long.
It's getting long, yeah. Could do a good trim, to be honest.
Yeah, Josh is I can't speak. Josh is suggesting that Barry might have an OnlyFans thing.
Oh, what's that?
OnlyFans, I think you can send, it's that celebrities have, and they send out slightly saucier pictures. I don't know how I know this. I must have got young when I wanted them. They send out slightly saucier pictures, but I think it's a subscriber thing. So I think it's basically cash-strapped celebrities sending nudes, pretty much. It was probably set up by Lex. Lex probably invented it.
Well, there's a side hustle, isn't there?
The things you don't know about, eh? Karen says, I'm getting confused with the crochet blanket. They look similar. Not me. I think she means other people. Maybe people were thinking of the crochet blanket in your window.
Yeah.
And yeah, Josh says it's pay to view nude and saucy XXX rated pics, and he seems to know all about it. It has to be said. He seems to know all about it. Now, see, I gave Josh a book a couple of weeks ago called How to Tickle His Pickle.
Oh yes, yeah.
Didn't look inside it. It turns out it's got pictures of naked ladies in it, which has not tickled Josh's pickle in the slightest. Josh's pickle has remained completely untickled by this. But that's obviously why he's now on OnlyFans getting paid to view XXX pics, because the ones in the book weren't the right kind.
Yeah, I nad.
Mm. Yeah. Daryl says if you draw a horizontal line across Birmingham, then they call it the north. Everything above there is a north. Everybody's complimenting your hair. Everybody is absolutely loving your hair at the moment. I'd just like to point out that I straightened my hair knowing that I had to be on and do hair competition with Kelly. So Karen says she really thought it was going to be Lex this week. And Lex says, hello, yes, it was me. And apparently Music Magpie will give Josh 20p for that book, so it's not, all is not lost. Good evening, Mark Walsh. So, Kelly, just in case anybody doesn't already know all about you and everything you've done and how long you've done it, give us a very quick bio. The weenie one.
Oh, I've been going to car boots all my life, like most of us, I should imagine. But I started buying to resell when I was about 18. My brother had a second-hand shop.
And what are you now, 21, 22?
Yeah, 23.
23.
Yeah, so started fairly young, I suppose. But I only started selling it on eBay fairly recently. I don't know if it's 3 or 4 years ago. And come to eBay really late with reselling because I used to do the fairs with my brother, vintage fairs and antiques fairs. Which at the minute I'd prefer to be doing that because eBay's just doing my head in at the minute.
So did you deliberately stop doing the vintage fairs, or did it just kind of peter out?
No, because obviously to start a vintage fair, you need to be selling vintage stuff, and I was struggling to pick the stuff up to make it worthwhile. So I started picking up bits of clothing and more general stuff to resell. Yeah, and then I found the YouTube community and obviously the old tap chat and
once we've got you, we don't let you go.
That's it. Once Hotel California, can never leave.
You can never leave.
Yeah, so now I do like to sell vintage stuff, jewellery, but I'll pick up most things and try and make a little bit of money on it. So yeah, I love watching you because you pick up some amazing stuff. I know you don't think
the word
it's
you were
amazing.
looking for was shite. I heard the word shite trembling on your lips. Then it almost got out, and you bit it back.
It always amazes me.
It
always amazes me the stuff that you pick up and make money on.
It amazes me the stuff I pick up, and it amazes me even more that I make money on it. A lot of what I pick up, in fairness, is stuff that I have sold before these days. So a lot of stuff is like, I know I can sell that, I know I can sell that, I know I can sell that. And some of it's just a random punt. But it always, like, I'm always astonished. And how often you get it wrong in the stuff that you buy that you think will sell hangs around for ages gathering dust. And the stuff that you chucked in the bag anyway because the bloke only wanted £1 for all of it or whatever flies out the door and you're like, oh, shit, I don't know anything. I thought I knew stuff and I don't know anything at all. So... Darryl says, shite, demonetized. I swear all the time, Darryl, and YouTube don't seem to have noticed. Don't know why. Either that or it's because I don't sound like I mean it. Lex is in with the first question. Oh, Shiv says it's a good job you never shaved your hair off, Kelly, like you mentioned weeks back.
All right. I might still do it yet. You never know.
I was going to say Lex is in with the first question, then I realised Sal's guest actually is in there above her. She wants to know what your favourite stuff is to sell.
I'd say stuff that's easy to post and between 80 and 50 quid.
That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? A few large letter items that you could put for 100 quid each. That'd be smashing, yeah.
Because it's easy to post and it's worthwhile me listing it for that sort of price.
Yeah.
But anything above that, I get a bit anxious. I'm like, something's going to go wrong here.
It's a strange thing. I've got a massive box of first day covers and mint stamps that I bought. I was at the car boot with Josh. It was before lockdown. It was probably the beginning of this year. It was the one that Craig came down for. So Craig the Monaco was there that weekend. Perhaps he'll remember when it was. It might even have been before Christmas. But I bought this big job lot, 35 quid for all these stamps. And went, man, I know there's money in them. And furthermore, I know I can post some large letter. So why the hell are they sitting up there while I'm pretending they don't exist? Why is that happening? I don't.
Is it the research?
Yeah, it's because I'd actually have to put some effort in. I can't just go stamps, keyword, sticky. I would actually have to find out, and that's it. And what will happen is I'll end up selling them on as a job lot for 50 quid and go, well, I've got my money back. You know, whereas when they're worth hundreds, I know they are. Perhaps I should just force myself to do one a day or something. Lex says, a question: you have to permanently live without your nails or your hair. Which one?
What? Not no nails at all?
Just, when you say without your nails, Lex, are they gone?
Short nails?
Or are they just not any length? Because if they're gone completely, that's an inconvenience in life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas short nails you could just put up with. And whereas hair gone completely isn't really an inconvenience in life because you wear a hat or a scarf or a wig. I'm not saying it's not a trial to people who have that issue. But like, not when you haven't got any fingernails, you hurt your fingers, don't you, all the time? That's what your fingernails are there for. They're protection.
Oh, she says no nails at all.
No nails at all.
Yeah, it'd have to be the hair then.
Yeah. Simply because I think you'd hurt your fingers all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I lost a toenail once, and the number of times I then bashed that toe afterwards was ridiculous. Joan wants to know if you've ever been blonde.
Yes.
Were you proper blonde, or did you panic and go orange and wash it halfway? Because I did that.
No, I was blonde as a kid.
There is a beautiful photo of me somewhere with like 4-inch dark roots and then orange. Oh dear. How I was allowed out the house, I do not know. Evening to everyone who has arrived while we've been chatting, by the way. I'm not going to scroll back because I get so far behind the chat, it's ridiculous. Sazga says, have your car boots started up again?
Yeah. Got one in the morning, hopefully, if the weather holds up. Should we
go to your bed?
We've had a mad storm here, so hopefully the weather picks up.
You get rained off, don't you? This is the thing. You got rained off the first week it was meant to be back?
Yeah.
Yeah. So does your field flood? Do you get swamp?
No, just nobody turns up.
Right. See, we've got a really big one that if we have weather like this, you know it won't be on because the field will literally just be like Shrek swamp for about 3 weeks afterwards. It takes forever to dry out. So
yeah.
Dallas says, I swear in a nice way. Bloody hell. I don't know what accent that was meant to be. Josh says he loves a large letter item. Andrea says, hi, I'm late. Is it Kelly? It is Andrea. Well spotted. And Auntie Sue's just arrived as well. And Carmen replied to Andrea and said, it's Lex, Andrea. Right, where are we? Question from Lex. What's your best ever car boot find?
It would be the metal T-shirts I brought last year.
Oh, I remember them. I remember my feeling of sheer green-eyed monster anxiety and jealousy about it. I mean, I was very pleased for you, obviously. Just for anyone who doesn't remember that or doesn't know, tell them what you did. Tell them what you did.
Well, I pulled up at the car boot and had a wander around like you do, and walked around the corner, and there was a whole stall of metal T-shirts, which I don't know a great deal about, to be honest. And he was selling his whole collection, so he wanted £1 or £2, depending on. He had them in different piles each, and I just asked him how much he wanted for the lot. So, and I ended up getting, I think it was £56 or £58 I paid for all of them. And I think I ended up paying about £1 each for them. So yeah, about 56 altogether. Did
he say why he was selling them?
No, but there was all his. He had all the mistake I made, because if anyone's seen the metal T-shirts with all the writing and that, sometimes you can't make out the names, and I had to try and decipher what the names of them were, and he had all that on his phone because he was going through them like I knew what he was on about. Saying, oh, this is such and such.
And you're going, oh yeah,
yeah. Yeah, and there was all from late 90s, 2000s. Yeah, there was what he collected, and I did really well on them. Sold them all on auction, individually.
I remember the auction results coming in.
Yeah,
I remember you going, oh god, yeah.
A lot of them went to America.
Yeah, did a lot go to one buyer?
Yeah, dealer in America.
Yeah. Yeah, see,
that was nerve-wracking sending them, because he had 3 big parcels sent to him, with about 20 T-shirts in total. I think he brought 20 of them, and it was nerve-wracking sending them. I thought, because it was not long after Andrew had a load of trouble with something she'd sent GPS.
Yeah.
I thought, oh no, for weeks after.
Mm. Yeah, you're just waiting, aren't you? Even after they've left feedback, it used to be that once you'd got feedback, you relaxed a bit. But these days, even after they've left feedback, it can still go tits up. So, yeah.
Mm.
Sue Bad Wolf said, I tried to go blonde once and ended up orange. That's what I did. I looked in the mirror halfway, saw that it had gone orange and panicked and washed it off without thinking that it probably has to go through orange to get to where it's going. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was orange for months. Peter's off charity shopping tomorrow. He said, well, there's one open, but he's hoping for more. And then Saturday and Sunday car boots, great to get out. You're never home these days, Peter. He's always out.
Good luck, Peter. Tomorrow,
Yeah, happy hunting.
It's really made me happy seeing everyone posting pictures on Instagram and that of their car boot finds.
Yeah, it feels like things are coming back, don't they? All I need now is to be able to go out for lunch. And I don't really miss the charity shops so much, although I always pop in a charity shop if I'm going past one. I've got that reseller's urge that you have to go in and look, but they're not the hunting ground they used to be. I think so many charity shops have become overpriced from our point of view. Before anybody else watching goes, well, they've got to make money for we know, but from our point of view, they're overpriced because there isn't the profit margin for us, and therefore the hunting thrill has gone out of charity shops, really. And I used to have a little couple of kind of little pokey independent chazzers that you could still get a bargain at, and they've all sort of gone to the wall gradually, so I think they get driven out by the big chains as well. That's another thing. I think the big chains sort of manage to drive out the little ones.
It gets filtered off straight away, doesn't it? Anyway, from charity shops, all the good stuff gets filtered off onto the websites.
Got a live ka-ching.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's a double ka-ching. I've sold 2 of the mugs that I bought last Sunday. Hooray for that. And I've got an offer on a pair of shoes that were definitely listed. When I started tidying up my shoes this week, I found at least 4 or 5 pairs that had fallen off eBay somehow. So
that's
they've
annoying.
been listed now, and I've just had an offer on them. I don't know how it falls off.
Yeah, sorry to all the people in Wales. Hopefully you'll be up and about soon as well.
It's Lex's fault. Literally, the only reason Wales is still on this lockdown is because they don't want Lex wandering the streets. They're keeping the entire country in so that Lex has to stay at home. It's all Lex's fault. Lainey says she hasn't dyed her hair for 20 years, but she did have every colour before that. Craig wants to know if you've sold that jacket with silver bits yet.
Oh, the leather shirts. I've had 2 offers on it, Craig, but I turned them down. One was for 300 and one was for 400.
And how much have you got it on at?
Still listed. I think it's on at 850.
Wow. So did you hesitate before turning down the 400 offer even for a second, or did you go, nope, I'll go take it to me?
No, because it's just in a bottom of a drawer, so it can sit there. If I get anywhere near 500, then I'll consider it, I think. And
you didn't counter?
No.
Oh, she's hard nosed, this one. I'd have countered. I'd have gone in at 6, and then I'd have sat there gnawing my nails down to the knuckles while I waited to find out. Yeah, and Lainey's also saying she loved that shirt jacket thing with the silver. They're great for keywords, these people. If you're short of keywords,
Watch you, Carla.
They're nearly as good as keywords as I am. Yeah. Oh, did Peter buy one of the t-shirts off you? He says he's still got the Kill Switch engaged.
I sent him one because he happened to mention that he was going to a Kill Switch concert, and I said, "Oh, I've got one of those. I'll send it you." Peter's
got alternative taste in music to me. I mean, I'm like, is it Taylor Swift, Peter? And he's like, no, it's not Taylor Swift. He likes the bit more wild stuff. Sue says, I wasn't jealous, I was envious, and her too. I think I was a bit of both. I mean, envy is kind of like, oh, and the jealousy is kind of like, Urgh! And I think I feel like,
what's this of? The t-shirts?
Yeah. In fairness, I would not have bought them. That's the silly thing. I would have gone, metal t-shirts, don't know nothing about them, and toddled off. So it's my own fault that I miss out on stuff. It makes me wonder how many of these amazing things I've walked past at car boots because I'm like, oh, I don't know nothing about that. I'd have to
It was a gamble. I didn't know what I was buying, really. Yeah. I'm a gambler anyway, so. I
Sorry,
did think.
scrolling back again.
I did think in the back of my mind, if it's a fail, I can always sell them at £1 each and get my money back on the car boot.
Well, yeah,
I've said
there's
that
no loss,
before,
do you, at that
I
price?
suppose.
You know there's no loss there. Daryl said he's just going to get his tea, watching from a distance. He's got no fingers left to type with. And Peter says, yes, some bands do like to make the writing hard to see. Joan wants to know, what's your biggest fear?
My biggest active fear that affects me on a weekly basis is driving. Yeah, I don't like driving places. I don't mind going where I know, but if I have to go in, I don't go further afield. I'm in a little bubble.
And have you always been the same, or was there an incident that's made you feel that way?
I think when I first passed my driving test, I wasn't going far. I was going to like shopping to my mum's, and I was doing that for a long time. And I just got into that. That's as far as I drive. That's my area.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if you'd been maybe a bit braver a bit sooner, it would have broken that noose a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when my kids passed, the first thing the dad did was take them on the motorway. And they drive all over the place. They both drove to Wales on their own. They're not bothered about driving, which I'm really pleased about because I didn't want to pass it on to them.
Yeah.
But they won't drive with me in the car. I'm that bad.
Are you a bad passenger as well?
Can be, yeah.
I am a much worse passenger since I learned to drive.
Yeah.
I think that's standard. I think before you can drive, you're a brilliant passenger because you look out the window and you look at the clouds and you're like this and da 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 da, and it's not my problem. As soon as you learn to drive, you're like, I hope she's watching that car in front. I hope she's braking. Why isn't she braking? I had a car that had really kind of not great brakes, although I didn't realise they weren't great because I'd been driving for very long and I just thought that was how the brakes were. And it wasn't until I got into the car of a colleague and she's driving along and I'm stamping on my invisible brake and she's going, what are you doing? I was going, I'd have fucking hit him 10 minutes ago. And she was like, maybe get your brakes looked at. Josh says, yeah, we need a nice breakfast. That's what's missing from getting back to normal is Sundays for me were always car boot and then out for breakfast. And that's not, that's not happening yet. So. Josh says quite a few of the charity shops local to me. I think he means are open. That's not Josh, it's Peter. Quite a few of the charity shops local to me know people who work in them. So I think they're opening soon, I think he means.
Yeah. Oh, Nick's in. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Nick. Yeah, Nia says they might be set free in Wales tomorrow. Watch out, everybody. Lex is coming. And Susan Reed is in now. I specifically, not a word. Not a word. Specifically want to say hello to Susan. And I want to give the chat a bollocking. And I want everyone in the chat to say hello to Susan. Because Susan says that she came into one of the chats once before and she said hello and nobody said hello back. And I think, I'm sure you just missed her, but there she is. So hello, Susan. Everybody say hello, Susan. I'm going to scroll down. If anybody don't say it, I'm going to boot you out. Not really, because I haven't got a boot button. But I've got mods will do it. I must have a boot button, mustn't I? I should get one. I should get a boot button. Sarah wants to know. Peter's sorry. I'll come back to you, Sarah. The charity shops. He thinks they're going to be opening at 10:30 and closing at 4. Interesting. Sarah wants to know for both of you what has been your biggest profit from what you paid for the item.
Are we talking a single item? Because if not, it would be the t-shirts. So we'll go.
Yeah, I suppose either way. I suppose if you call that a £56 outlay and turned it into X amount. Yeah.
I think £5 into 375 for me. What
was that for?
That was for a set of stainless steel cutlery, mid-century, Robert Welsh, Old Hall, Robert Welsh, Elveston cutlery set.
See, Robert Welsh, I know him. I've got Robert Welsh cutlery, but not a full set. I've just got odds and ends in a drawer left over from when we had a nice set once. And you picked up a full set and for £5 and sold it for 375. Did you know what you'd got when you got it?
It wasn't a full set.
Oh my God, I'm going to cry. It was just a spoon. It was one spoon.
I didn't know exactly what it was, but I know that it was very, very beautiful. It was a really, really nice set. Just the style of it. I loved the style of it. I would have kept them if they wasn't worth so much money.
Nice. I think mine's nothing like that. I think I've turned £3 into 130, and that's the best I think I've managed. I don't think I've done anywhere near. I'm trying to think what else. I don't have big sales. I'm very much a bread and butter. You know, my average selling price is a tenner, and I wish it wasn't. But again, it's because I'm cheap, because I don't pay up. So I watch George's videos, and I'm like, yeah, George pays 20 quid for something and sells it for 80 to 100 to 150 quite happily. But me, I'd be crying over parting with me 20 quid because I'm tight. One of my ka-chings was Lisa Marshall. Thank you very much, Lisa Marshall, for buying the mug. And I will get it off to you in hopefully one piece as soon as possible. Yeah, there she is. One of the ka-chings was me.
I think the good thing, though, with your smaller sales is you get them more regular, don't you? Normally.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right, now I've got 14,000 people saying hi, Susan. And Susan gone, oh, will you all shut up? Sue says you're not a bad passenger, Kelly.
That's because Sue's a really good driver and she knows what would set me off. So she keeps a distance from the car in front. She don't go weaving in and out on the motorway like my brother does. He's a terrible driver.
Does he do it deliberately, think, to wind you up?
No, he just can't drive. Just can't drive.
Lainey wants to know where you hope to be with your business and life in 5 years' time.
Oh, God, that's a deep question, Lainey. I don't know where I'll be in 5 minutes. Never.
Yeah, Lainey, don't mess about with her, and she comes in hard.
I've no idea. I don't know. I don't think that far ahead, really. Do you?
No, I tend to think that in 5 years' time I might still be alive if I'm lucky. I don't think as far as ahead as where I want to be next week. I don't have business plans. My entire business ethos is make enough money to pay the bills. Yeah. That's it. And I like to go on holiday a couple of times a year if I can manage it. But I go on very cheap holidays. I am that person who's going, right, it's 115 quid for a week in Kiathos or wherever, I think I've made that place up. Skiathos, Riathos, Tiathos, anywhere ending in off us. And I'll go there if it's cheap. I am on the websites going sort by cheapest first. That's me, because I don't care about what my hotel room like. So yeah, as long as I can pay the bills and have a couple of holidays a year, I'm happy. I've got no ambition, and this was the problem all my life. All my teachers always said she's got no ambition. She don't want to be anywhere.
I'm much the same. I don't really plan anything, Lainey. To be honest, I try every January. I try and think of something.
When you're making your resolutions, this year I will become. Yeah. My resolutions are more about things I need to stop doing. So I don't call it a resolution, but my decision this year was to stop taking my phone into the bedroom at night, and I'm really pleased that I've done it. And it's now become a habit that I leave it in here at night, and I sleep better. I definitely sleep better. On the odd occasion when I have taken it in, I think twice in 6 months. I've taken my phone into the bedroom with me, and that's because I've gone to bed ridiculously early. Yeah. And so I thought, well, I'll keep my phone with me for the evening. And I have found that I still slip back into those old habits of waking up 3 a.m. for a wee and then have a look at my phone. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to lie in bed half the night looking at my phone. So, but that's where, I don't have ambitions to, I'm going to build an empire. I'm going to employ 27 people. I'm going to get a pension plan. Do you think you will continue to resell as long as you are able, or do you think you will go, right, I'm 65, I'm retiring or whatever?
No, I think I will until I'm not able to anymore.
I think I will be one of those old people.
I enjoy it too much. Yeah,
I enjoy the buying, and as a side effect of that, I enjoy getting rid of the stuff I've bought to get more money to buy stuff with. So
it's the same with me. I resell to fund my buying habit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nick wants to know, what is the best feeling? The buzz you get from finding a bargain, or the buzz you get from a ka-ching?
Finding a bargain.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, the ka-ching is nice. When the ka-ching comes, it's lovely. But by the time the ka-ching comes, I have lost my impetus for that item. So the buzz, when you find it, when you go, yes, there's a thingamy, there's a flat Eric, or there's a pile of band t-shirts or whatever, there's something that I'm fucking sure is brilliant. That's where the buzz is for me. By the time I've got it home, photographed it, listed it, stored it, dusted it.
Tired of it, aren't you? You have to get rid of it.
Yeah, so the ka-ching is more a relief than a buzz. The ka-ching is like, oh, thank God for that. I got one right. Yeah, definitely. The buzz is from finding the item in the first place, I think. Rebecca Turner's in with the good news. A lot of Greggs are opening tomorrow. Some McDonald's are serving breakfast now too. I want me breakfast. I don't mind whether my Sunday breakfast comes on a plate at the pub or in the cafe or whether it comes from McDonald's. I want to leave the car boot knowing breakfast is next.
Yeah, somebody's got your breakfast for you. Yeah.
So serious. So serious. Elizabeth Greasley, going back to the driving thing, says that awful repeating nightmares of driving down a steep hill to a busy main road and the brakes won't work. Yeah, that would keep me awake, and if that happened. Sue says it's ski Athos and she wants to come.
We're all going.
Right, I've missed loads now, so I'm sorry about what I've missed, everybody. I'm miles down. The chat's gone. Fandria's done 33p into 250. Just for anyone who's wondering who the heck is Fandria, falling on a bruise, her name is Andrea. But for the first 2 years of me doing YouTube, I kept calling her Phoebe because I kept getting her mixed up with Phoebe. So then I changed her to Fandria, and now she will be Fandria forevermore. So 33p into 250 is a nice turnaround. And Sue's done 50p into 285.
Wow.
Neville said he's just checked the time. It's 4 a.m. time for bed. Good night, Neville. Neville's in Australia, I think.
See you, Neville.
Oh, that 285 came from a $5.99 auction start. Nice. Carol Reeve says they often don't say hello to me either. Mind you, I don't tell them I'm here. Hello, Carol.
Hi, Carol.
Everybody's now going, hi, Carol. Fat Girl Sewing says, I'm more bread and butter too. The best I've done is $3 into $100. Even so, again, that's a lovely I like your hair, by the way, Fat Girl Sewing. They've got a nice hair. I like that. Yeah, sorry. I got sidetracked into people with nice hair. Sue says, where will you be in 5 years' time? Still breathing. That'll do me. That's how I am. I'm like, as long as I'm alive, that'll be good. Joan, what would be your ideal location to retire?
Oh. I don't know. Can you go first?
I would like... I've often... Oh, God, I can't lean back because then I echo into this bloody vase that's still here. Don't buy vase. Turn out the shit. I've always wanted a house in the country just outside a large town so that I can get to the stuff I want to get to, but that it's not that I can't hear the town or see the town, you know. And that would do me fine for retirement. I'd like to a little house in the country, and then I could still go car boots. I'm never going to retire properly. But I like Lex. I've got to the point where I want outhouses.
Yeah. Well, I haven't really travelled that much in recent years, definitely in recent years. So I don't know. Derbyshire's lovely countryside. Maybe somewhere in Derbyshire. Nice little country house.
Yeah, I'm not fussed about where it is. I'd like it. I think I'd stay down south because the further up you go, the chillier it gets. I mean, Scotland's stunning, but cold all the time. I went to Scotland in July and I was like, what is happening here? Why have you got this weather? What's going on? She was like, this is summer. And I was like, no, I've seen summer. Nothing like this.
Would you definitely stay in the UK then?
If money was no object, I would have two homes, one somewhere lovely and one here. Because I like England. I am English or British or whatever you want to call me. And I do like being part of the UK and living the way we live here. But I also would like a nice warm house somewhere where I could skip off to with a pool or two pools.
I'm sold. I'm coming.
Yeah.
Same here. Yeah.
Wouldn't it? I often think it's been lovely. I should have got in all those timeshare back in the days when you got a timeshare.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but then you only got 2 weeks a year, and they were the same 2 weeks or something, didn't they? I don't. And they didn't they all turn out to be rip-offs as well, and everybody lost their money.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes. Who's coming to ski Athos with me? I can hear that flipping vase echoing now. Karen says Kelly's very good at organising groups and making everyone feel important.
Oh, am I?
There you go. Dogs have opinions. Sarah says it's corny, but I think it's more important to be a good person and be happy as long as your every creature comforts. Yeah, that's it. I'm not particularly interested in being successful. My idea of successful is not having to check my bank account in case I'm overdrawn. So as long as I can get to the point where I'm not worrying every day about whether I've got enough to pay this bill or whether I've got I'd like to get. I mean, at the moment, I'm at the point where I have got the money to pay this bill, but I might have to move it from one place to another. Wouldn't it be lovely to get to the point where you ain't got to do that? It's all in the right fucking place. You can just, you know, and nice to go. I'll let the phone bills in. I won't bother looking at it. Little things. Little things. Sue says she waited a whole year before she was brave enough to speak in the chat. She was very scared. They're not scary. They don't bite. Well, Lex bite.
I'm really pleased that Bad Wolf's put a photo on her little thing now, because I don't know why, but I thought she was a lot older than she is.
She's very, very young and glamorous, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I sometimes look at everybody's photos and I'm like, is everybody young and glamorous? Or is it just me? I mean, do I just look more shit than I think I do? Or what? Because everybody looks stunning in their little photos. Oh, it's all scrolled off again. Hang on, I'm going back up. Right, where are we? Bad Wolf, original Sue Crew, buying and Lainey says we'll be buying and selling in an old people's home. Karen said I did a good pirate impression. Did I go a bit Somerset again? I do that. Leanne, see another glamorous one. I retired at 65. I'd done eBay a bit before, but then started selling lots after being more inspired by the resellers on YouTube. So I guess I'm not retired anymore. See, that's it. You've come out of retirement.
Yeah.
And Mark for Books says, I am still reselling that fucking vase. I'm going to move on to the floor and see if that helps. I don't even know if you lot can hear it, but I can hear it.
No, can't hear it. I can't.
I'm still reselling and I'm 65. Am I the only person who sources on a bus straight train pass? I can still hear the damn thing. What do you
and lots of people can't drive and resell, don't they? It always amazes me that they can do that.
Yeah.
Like Steve, he doesn't drive, does he?
Yes, he lugs all sorts of stuff home from the boot sale, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Peter says his local McDonald's is shut, but the smaller KFC is open for takeaway. I like KFC, but not for breakfast. Not for breakfast. Okay, where are we now? Shiv's got a question for you. Kiss, marry, push off a cliff. Right, who do we want for kiss, marry, push off a cliff? Let me see.
Yeah, who are we choosing from?
I will give you... are we doing... sorry, people, are we doing resellers or random people? Quick, somebody answer. Resellers or anyone to choose? Quick. Somebody answer. Somebody, anybody. Dead air, people. Nobody's answering. Okay, I'm going to choose resellers then. Okay, and lady says resellers. Okay, so, kiss, marry, push off a cliff. Josh, Nick Hills, and Steve Green. There we go.
Oh. Oh no, that's terrible.
That vase is really pissing me off.
I don't know. I'm not very good at these sort of things because I'm quite diplomatic.
Josh, Nick Hills, and Steve Green. Andrea was quite pleased last week that somebody kissed Nick rather than shove him off a cliff because she was a bit worried that she nearly lost her husband. That vase! Can anybody else not hear that?
No. I can't hear it anyway. If anyone chat can.
Bings.
I would, let's see. Sorry, Josh. I would kiss Steve, marry Nick, and push Josh off a cliff.
It's all right because he can fly. Okay. Are you sure you want to be married to Nick? He licks things, mind. I've made that sound. That's not what I meant.
Sorry, Nick. Sorry, Andrea.
What people?
Yeah, but Nick seems to know what he's doing with the reselling business. So no, that's why I had to put. I was going to say Nick seemed to know what he's doing, but I had to put with the reselling business as an add-on at the end. Yeah, that was hard though. I don't like choosing questions like that. Who are you really, Josh?
You kissed Steve.
Kiss Steve. Yeah.
And shoved Josh off a cliff. Bless him. Okay. Oh, Fandria says her 33p into 250 quid was a Victoriana pounce pot. I don't know what a pounce pot is. In the shape of a hair. Got it in 3 items for £1. I don't know what a pounce pot is.
Ooh.
Jason wants to know what 3 items are on your Bolo bucket list.
The Mewtwo camera. I'm always looking for one of them, and I don't normally look at electricals, but when I see cameras, oh, it was going to be a Mewtwo, that is, and it's not.
Yeah, never is.
I've had quite a few Bolos, though. I've had a Flat Eric. That duck plush that you on always...
Oh, the Sarah duck. Yeah, I've had one of them.
Yeah, one of them. I always look for one of them and never find one. Can't think of another one. I don't know. What about you? What about you?
I'd like another one of those duck things because it was so bloody cheap and sold so well. I still want my Flat Eric. Still never found my Flat Eric. And I want a bloody Ghost Castle or a Hero Quest. I'm not fussy about which.
Oh yeah, one of them as well.
Never seen one. The bottom's probably fallen out of them now. They're probably worthless. I wanted one for so long.
See, the only thing that would do me with them is all the bits. Are they all there?
Check in, yeah. Ryan, I did receive my new replacement shoe storage box, and they did send one box. So I was only entitled to 1 box, so I can't very well complain. But it would have been nice to get 5. Karen says she'd love a she shed, but it would need to be heated. Now you've got a she shed, haven't you, Cal?
I have, yeah.
Kelly.
Yeah.
But you don't seem to, do you use it mostly for storage or?
Mostly for storage, yeah, because it gets far too hot in the summer and far too cold in the winter. Although I've got a oil radiator down there, electric one, it's freezing. So yeah. So
was your plan originally to use it for listing and to be in there more? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elizabeth Greasley says, if you could have named yourself at birth, what would you have named yourself?
I don't know.
At birth, probably. You'd probably gone through life being going.
God, aren't questions hard when you don't know what's coming?
Yeah, absolutely.
My mum was going to call me Samantha.
So you don't look like a Samantha, do you? You look like a Kelly. But I think everybody looks like what you're used to them being called. I had a friend at school and his name was Andrew something. And when he left school, he changed his name to Mark something. I can't remember what the something was. And I don't know what was wrong with the Andrew, why he changed his name away from Andrew. But you couldn't get used to it. You can't look at him, but you don't look like a Mark. You look like an Andrew. And they're both quite middle of the road names. It's not like he changed it to Elton or something, you know.
Have you not got a middle name, Carla?
I have no middle name.
Really?
I have no middle name. So it's been a very difficult trial to me. Somebody just mentioned that for the other night because we were talking about it earlier on. Yeah. But I was the only Carla. Carla was an unusual name in 1973. It was a really rare name. Never could get any keyring. You know, everybody else had a pencil case with their name. I couldn't get any of that. No. And my mum always said that she put so much energy into thinking of my first name that she had nothing left to give me a middle name, so I had no middle name. And then because we broke away from the Catholic Church, I didn't get a confirmation name. So I had no because you get an additional name when you get confirmed in the Catholic Church. And so I had no middle name. And the reason it was a trial to me, I was telling the ladies earlier on, is that when I hit secondary school, year 1 of secondary school, all the cliquey girls had a club called the Middle Name Club, and you could only be in it if you had a middle name, and they called each other by the middle name.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me be in. And so after about 3 days of being pure miserable because I wasn't allowed to be in this club, I went into school and said that I'd remembered my middle name was Marie. But it didn't work. They didn't fall for it. So that's what we were talking about earlier on this morning with the ladies. So. But yeah, no middle name. What's your middle name, Kelly?
Leanne.
That's Natalie's middle name. Only apparently I spelt it wrong.
How have you spelt it? My mum had to change mine on my birth certificate because she spelt it wrong.
I didn't want it to be Leeanne because Leanne Battersby was on telly at the time, and I didn't want it to be the same as that. So I did it Liane. And Natalie says she spent her entire life with people going, Lione? What's Lione? That's not a name. So,
Well, mine is Leanne. But
Yeah,
when
that's what she says I should have done. I should have put the extra N in, she says.
When my mum went to register me, she put Lean.
Just Lean. Lean. So that would have been a terrible one to go through life with. As soon as you gained any weight, you'd be like, oh. Can you imagine standing up and saying, hello, my name is Lean. I've gained 4 pounds this week.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
And it's really strange because Sally Kelly was just, whose name is Kelly, was also saying that her mum wanted to call her Samantha.
Must be a thing.
That's straight. It must be something at the time then.
I think Sam Fox coming along put a lot of parents off the name, but that wouldn't have affected us.
No.
At our age, but I think there were a lot fewer Samanthas once Samantha got famous, because it was a bit kind of like, it became a scandalous name. If you're funny when you think back to page 3 of Girls being scandalous, eh? Oh. Sue said she put that photo up because Carla said one time that I might be dodgy looking. She says that as though I go around accusing people of being dodgy looking. And I don't remember the comment, but I've apologized more than once. Joan says, choose your favourite meal, just one.
Steak, chips and salad. Yeah,
but you ruin it, don't you? Tell them what you do.
I put pepper on it.
She doesn't just put pepper on it. That little sentence, that sentence sounds so innocent. You can imagine her just putting pepper on it. No, that's not what you do at all, is it? She puts so much pepper on it that you can see the layer of pepper across the meal. I'm like, what have you done to your food?
Oh, I think Corinne's agreeing with you. She don't like it either. But I'm the same as Lex. I put hot sauce on everything.
Oh, people are odd.
Oh yeah, I've got my Jamaican hot sauce. She's got Frank's, hasn't she?
Nick says he has no idea what he's doing. Going back to you saying you'd marry him because he seems to know what he's doing. He says he has no idea what he's doing. And Andrew says, not good with housework.
Oh.
Andrew, you're not going to get rid of him like this. You've got to start bigging him up a bit more. He's brilliant. He washes up. Off you go, Nick. Kath says stuff some bubble wrap into that vase and fill the void. I've stuffed a shirt into it now. Okay, where are we? Everybody's admiring Lex, your hair on Lex now. Jason says he bought a Mewtwo for 50p at the car boot that Zahir was at. Oh, I bet Zahir was chuffed to bits. Sold it for £135. Hashtag in your face, Z.
Does he know about that, does he?
I expect so. I expect Jason's told him. Okay. Chris says, question, if you were selling at a car boot and someone asked for a massive discount like Carla, how would you reply? When did I ask for a massive discount? Are you referring to Sunday when the guy said, 10 to 15 quid, and I said 10 quid and something else free? Maybe that's what he's on about. In fairness, Steve knows I'm never going to pay his first price. He knows that. Me and him have got a thing going on.
I don't mind people haggling with me as long as they're sensible and reasonable with the prices. If they come in at half price what I'm asking, I tend to tell them to move on to the next store, please.
I feel the same about best offers. When the best offers come in, I'm like, you need your starting point needs to be at least half of my starting point. You know, if I got it on at 20 and you're offering me £1, we're not even going to have a conversation. You know, you're just going to you might get the decline if you're lucky. Carmen says she nearly changed her name to Katie. It still irritates her. You could have just changed it to Karen, and then that would have saved you a lifetime of telling people, no, it's Karin. No, it's Karin. You could have just gone, yes, Karen, whatever. Yeah. Shiv says, my middle name is known as Gap. Mark for Book says, my first name is Andrew, and only the doctor or the revenue know me as Andrew. So if I get called Andrew, I know I'm in trouble. It's like when your mum comes out with your full name, isn't it? Yeah. It's scrolled off again.
Nia, Welsh Wonder Nia, is showing off. She's got 2 middle names.
See, she's got mine. That's why I haven't got one.
She's got 2.
That's why I haven't got one, because other people are having too many. Joan says, my friend's dad spelled her name wrong on the birth certificate, Melanie. Oh, she got through her whole life with that. So which one do you like and which one don't you like, Nia? Lainey says her name is Elaine officially, and people used to write alien on my Christmas cards. Because no one can spell Elaine. And she says her parents didn't think because her initials are ear. We were talking about initials earlier on as well, and saying you have to make sure you don't call your kid Thomas, William, Arthur, Tinkerbell or something, you know? I don't know why Tinkerbell.
Well, my daughter that lives with me is a Kay Thompson. She's Kay Thompson, same as me. So when we get mail through and it's just Kay Thompson, we never know who it's for.
Yeah, Louise was saying the same thing, that her husband and her son are both M whatever it is, Johnson, and yeah. Mandy's in. Hi, Mandy. Kay says now she's married, her initials are Keg. Sue says someone made me an offer of £1 for a £60 item, immediately added to block list. Now that is harsh. That is, I'm not taking any of your shit. I can't find Nia's names though. I don't know. Don't know what she's done with them. I don't think she's put them in. Yeah, Karen agrees that you kill your food with pepper. I said it's not a sprinkling. A sprinkling pepper I could do with. Everybody condiments, don't they?
Yeah, that's a lot.
You're not supposed to be able to see the layer of your dinner. Looks like somebody's accidentally spilled the Hoover bag over your plate. Like your food looks lovely underneath. There's this layer of...
I share my photos of my food in a diet group that we've got going, and I've stopped sharing my photos now because Carla's giving me a complex.
Your food itself looks lovely. Don't get me wrong. I'm not looking at your plate going, oh, look at the shit she's eating. Your food itself looks lovely, and it's always laid out nice on the plate. So you've done that thing that they teach you when you're learning healthy eating to make your food look attractive because you eat with your eyes. And I can see what's going on there. And then you're like, whoosh with the pepper. And the thing is, I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
So if I liked it a little bit, I could bear it. But I look at that and I go, how do you eat that now? Can you not feel the dust when you put it in your mouth? Can you not? Is it not dusty?
No, it's not that much, Carla. Come on, you're exaggerating there.
It does look like it is. Welcome to the Master Reseller, where we basically slag off people's life choices. Carol Move says, my two brothers and I haven't got a middle name, but my sister has. See what happened there?
Ooh,
that's an odd thing, isn't it? To choose one child to add an additional name to. Yeah.
That's odd, that is.
Have you ever asked your mum and dad why that happened? Or, what the deal was there? Maybe she's not your sister. Maybe I'm literally breaking families up now, live on air. Maybe I'll stop. Has anybody got any... Oh, Lex says that her unofficial initials are Leo, and I am a Leo. Oh, Lex Elizabeth Oliver. Yeah, she's Alexandra Elizabeth Oliver. So when she's Lex Elizabeth Oliver, she's Leo. Yeah. Try and make that work being a Taurus, smartass. Yeah, Joan says, I can't do pepper, I'm asthmatic. And that's it. You would not be able to breathe over Kelly's dinner. Not that she wants you to come and breathe over her dinner anyway. Jason's told us this one before. I think we've already teased him about that before. His middle name is Campbell. Oh, and there we go. Lex wants to know, which bit of me are you eating first? So I usually ask Master Reseller, you and I are stuck on a desert island. How long before you eat me? But Lex is bringing it in as, which bit will you eat first? You can have pepper, by the way.
Are we not stuck on a desert island then?
We can be on a desert island if you want. We're on a desert island. We've assumed you are going to eat me. Where are you going to start?
Well, I want to know first, have we got a fire to cook any of you on?
No, this is the thing.
Raw. Is it raw then?
I mean, you might get some driftwood coming along, but I don't know what you're going to light it with. You're going to have to do that whole stick twizzling thing. So while you're doing that, I might rot.
What I'd do then, because I like swimming, I'd go for a swim, find a shell, get it nice and sharp, and then just peel a bit of skin off and make some jerky.
Am I dead?
No, keep you alive. It's like I want someone to talk to. Just a little bit off the leg.
Can I just say that I feel like if you're peeling strips off me, the conversation's not going to be great. It's not going to be exactly cheerful and chatty. Just saying. I'm going to be a little bit peeved. I'm going to be put out.
Yeah, raw. No, have a nibble raw. No.
See, I would bake eventually in the hot sun, wouldn't I?
Well,
Or
I've
just
seen
dry
people cooking steaks on hot stones and things, so maybe. Hang on, can I revise my answer then?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's my channel.
Yeah.
Make it go along.
Yeah, we'd do that then. We'd try cooking you on a hot stone in the sun.
Carol knows why the sister's got an additional name. She was given her second name to honour an auntie. Did the auntie have some money? Were you trying to get into the will? Not you, your mum. Oh, Elizabeth says, would you have a DNA test? I think this was about the odd sister, the sister that I was deciding wasn't... Joan says you could use my glasses in the sun to make fire.
Oh, Joan, I like it. Yes.
Yeah, Darryl says make Carla hollow and then float to the mainland. See, that's it. Darren Smart wanted to use me as a raft. Yeah. Nick and Andrea Hill. Nick says, skinned alive, this is brutal. Marilyn says, I'm leaving. Thank you for those of you who are slightly upset by my horrible, horrible death. I appreciate this. Lex wants to pickle me.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to pickle me? I suppose brine. But what you can, you'd have to, I suppose you could put me under the water and weight me down. Would I pickle?
Salted, yeah.
I don't know whether I'd pickle like that.
And it also, if you bury stuff in the ground, it's cooler, so it'd keep it nice and cool.
It's a very small island. It's a very, very small island.
How small?
Well,
Use on it.
Around with one tree, basically, and there were no coconuts on the tree. I made the island smaller and smaller because people kept having ideas about building houses and God knows what else. So I kept shrinking the island to put people off. Craig Monaco said he'll share the Carla meat with me. So thanks. I look forward to that. Aid's like back in. How much have I missed? I don't know why you bother coming back, Aid, to be honest. Kay says Kelly's put too much thought into this. Apparently, if you holler me out to go to the mainland, I'm then a Carla Coracle. Will Kelly put pepper on Carla? No, there is no pepper on the desert island.
Pepper.
No pepper. I don't know what pepper's made out of.
Peppercorns.
Is it so? Could you, if you happen to turn up on a desert island with peppercorns in your pocket, could you end up growing more pepper?
Oh, I suppose so. But they're dried, aren't they, peppercorns? And then you grind them to make the pepper.
Yeah, you can't have pepper on me. You haven't got any pepper. Funsa says, if you put a hole in the sand, eventually I'll turn into Carla Kimchi. What's kimchi?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. This is where my ignorance starts showing. Joan's going to use the leaves from the tree for plates. Now, by the end of this thing, Joan can have cutlery and a tablecloth.
Like it, Joan. Joan's full of great ideas, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Joan spends all her time thinking about how to eat people, apparently, and how to make it look ladylike while you're doing it. How to eat people the classy way. Kimchi is Korean cuisine. What, a bit like I'm imagining sushi, is it? Am I along the same way with no?
Like sauerkraut, Karin says. Oh, I like sauerkraut.
That's pickled cabbage, isn't it? Sauerkraut.
Cabbage, yeah.
Yeah, oh yes. Jackie says it's a Korean cabbage dish. They put it in pots, bury it in the ground for a long time to pickle eventually. I'm glad I'm not Korean because that don't sound nice. Although I don't suppose it's compulsory.
See, I do like eating weird stuff, so...
I'm one of these people who I look at it and then I walk around it a bit and then I smell it. I'm a bit like a dog, kind of like...
Yeah.
Well, I won't put anything new in my mouth without smelling it first because I trust my nose more than I trust my taste buds. Literally anything. So I'm like, maybe not. And I'm a bit kind of like, I don't want to order anything I haven't had before.
Okay, she's disappointed.
Yeah, I don't want to end up with a meal that I can't eat. But I will look at yours and go, do you mind if I try a bit of that to find out if I like it, Which, some people would be like, touch my food, feel my fork, and some people let you have a go, won't they?
Shiv.
Where are we?
Shiv says, hang her up like a doner kebab and slice a bit off when you need it. Turning you around in the sun.
Sarah wants to know if you eat a piece of your own Lego arm, is it cannibalism? I don't know if you could. I suppose you could eat your own Lego arm. People have had to chew off their own arm to escape from stuff, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't suppose you swallowed. Yeah, see? Craig's now preserving me in the salt. Oh, yeah, Joan's using strips of bark from the tree for utensils. Lex is having pickled Carlo on top of Carlo jerky with some Carlo sauce on the side. I'm basically a banquet. I realise I'm fat, people, but you don't have to make me into 8 courses. Thank you, Mandy, for being on my side. So, not so much with the thank yous there.
Oh.
So nothing. Yeah, Kath says there's no rope and palm trees don't have branches, so you can't hang me up in the sun. So there. Yeah. Yeah.
Sport, Kath.
Ashley says she also likes to try other people's food, but her dad has physically stabbed with a fork to defend his plate. I don't mind if somebody asks. As long as somebody says, would you mind if I try some, I'm fine. But I did have a friend. We went on holiday once, and she knew that there were certain parts of my meal that I would not like. And at some point in the meal, I was bound to say, do you want my whatever it is? And then this one day, without a word, she just reached her fork over and started stabbing those things. And I was like, what you doing? And she's like, well, you're going to give them to me anyway. I was like, yeah, but you should wait until I'm ready. You're just basically just fishing around on my plate.
I do that with Barry, because there's certain things he won't eat, and I always nick them off his plate.
Chris Tyler's sorting out your escape plan from the island now. Yeah, Elizabeth says years ago there was a plane crash. We were talking about this a few weeks because this question comes up every time. We were talking about this a while ago. There was a film about it, and I read the book. The book is actually really, really interesting and incredibly enlightening as to what they went through before they were anywhere near ready to start doing that. You know, the bottom line was a lot of them were related because it was a football team and their families. So a lot of them were related to each other, and I think one of the parents said, if I died, I would want you to be able to survive, if necessary, and then then everybody was like, actually the others would have felt the same, you know, pretty much. So yeah, I mean there was still some who weren't able to bring themselves to do it, and they died sadly. So Lainey says they can use my fringe for rope as it grows so quickly. It'll stop growing after I'm dead, Lainey, doesn't it? Oh, hang on, does hair carry on growing after you're dead?
I think it does, doesn't it? I know nails do, don't they?
Yeah, but not forever, surely, because otherwise.
Yeah, they just have nails coming up from the ground.
Oh no! Now we're getting proper Walking Dead about the whole thing now. Well, it's been 1 hour and 7 minutes, and I'm sure the last 27 minutes have been 101 ways to cook your mate. So in the sunshine.
That's gone really quick, that hour.
Yeah, bearing in mind how nervous you were, she's like, I feel proper odd about it, and I was like, everybody does. Everybody before we do Master Reseller says, "Oh, I feel a bit nervous. I feel a bit weird." And I don't really know why, because it's only me and them, and they're weird.
I think it's the questions putting you on the spot, because I struggled with them a little bit.
Yeah,
trying to think on the spot when they start, like Lane is. God, it's like, wow.
Yeah, you wait till Lane gets you on the question timed quiz.
I'm not going on it.
Suddenly you realise you don't know anything, and anything you did know is gone.
Yeah. Well, my brain goes at the best of times, so never mind when I'm under pressure.
That's what I was like. I was just like, I knew this before. I knew it until you asked me. Oh, apparently they don't keep growing. Your skin retracts and makes it look like it does.
All right. Well, that's not so
disappointing for Josh because he was making a fishing net out of my hair. Right. It has been excellent fun. We should say goodbye to the chat and let them go off to their bad dreams or good dreams, depending on their points of view. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat for joining us. It has been fun. It's always fun. Who knows? Next week it might be Lex. You never know. Okay. It could be you. Isn't that the National Lottery advert? Remember that? When the lottery first came out, there's a big finger in the sky going, "It could be you."
Oh God, yeah. I used to play it every week.
Yeah.
I was going to win.
And me, I had a plan. I'd spent my money in my head as well. I properly had divided up my money. I knew exactly what I was going to do with it. And then the weeks passed and I didn't win, and another week and I didn't win, and something went wrong with my plan. Anyway, thank you to everyone in the chat for joining us. I'll say goodbye to you, and then I'll say goodbye to Kelly separately. And we'll be back. I don't know. Something's coming out tomorrow. I can't remember what. And then something's coming out Saturday, and then I'll be here Sunday with Lexilicious for the Sunday morning, whatever the hell that is, show. And yeah, keep on tuning in. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much to Kelly for being a fabulous master reseller. And see you all soon. Awkward wave. Awkward wave. Awkward wave.